Hey everybody, and welcome back to another new and noteworthy mod review. Today we're going to take a look at a pair of mods that are available for PC only because they are script-based mods. But before that, this video is brought to you by Farm Inc. Thank you for being a farm baron. So did you realize that Farming Simulator 22 limits you to 59 to 60 production buildings on a game save? Did you realize that? I didn't really realize that until this mod dropped today that increases that limit from 60 to 120. Well, what we have here in this field was my attempt at becoming the most farm baronist of farm barons with 60 greenhouses. And I fell short of the 60 greenhouses, well, because there are other production facilities built into the map. So there are 11 production facilities built into Elm Creek. So I could only put down, 49 or so greenhouses. But at any rate, I have reached the limit. If I try to put down any more greenhouses, the game is going to tell me, no, you are done, son. Maximum number of production points reached. We cannot put down greenhouses. We can't put down a BGA, a bakery. Pretty much we can't put anything down because we have reached the absolute maximum production that is available here on this game save. 60 sounds like a lot, right? Well, what if you're on a multiplayer server with 8 other players? Well, if you take 60 divided by 8, you're going to get a pretty reasonable number per farm, right? So each farm could have no more than 7 production facilities to their name before you reach that limit. Now you might think to yourself, 7 production facilities per farm? Good grief, that's a lot. Well, how many greenhouses do you own? Let me ask you that question. So if you own, I got 3 on my live stream game save. So there you, it's 3. So if there were 7 other people on the server that wanted to have 3 greenhouses each, and the map had absolutely no production whatsoever, that would be fine. But what if the map had, like Elm Creek, 10 production elements in it? So that's 10 off the top. Now we only have 50 left. So if we have 8 players that want to have 3 greenhouses each, that will still work. But it gets you awful darn close to being at that limit. We also have a limit of 10 animal areas per game save or per map. And that limit has really been a burden for players even back in Farm Sim 19. So that extends to placeable animal areas as well as built-in animal areas on a map. So here we are in Elm Creek. There are no animal areas by default, so I can put down up to 10. Not that big of a deal. Let's say we have this map on multiplayer, and we have 4 players at the 4 corners of the map in those farms, and 1 player here at the base farm. So we have 5 players. Each player can have no more than 2 animal areas before you reach that 10 limit. So if you have sheep and chickens, you're done. Can't put any more down because you might be limiting what another player can put down. So here we have 2 really cool mods that basically up that limit. So here we can see we can't put any more animal areas down because we already have too many. So we have more productions possible, which increases the limit from 59 to 60 to 120. And the reason I'm saying 59 to 60 is because there is a console command that you can run to list all of the production points. And I ran that, and you can see here in the console, there's listed production point 1 is the biogas plant, the built-in biogas plant. And we run down to production point 11, which is a medium greenhouse that I put down for a previous video. And then we get into all the small greenhouses that I put down, all the way down to 59, and it stops at 59. I can't put down 60. So the mod description says there's a 60 limit. I'm saying there's a 59 limit because I can't put number 60 down. There's also a limit on animal areas of 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then over here I have 2 more, 9 and 10. So I can't put down any more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit this game save. I'm going to activate both of those mods. And then I'll be able to go to town, putting down more animal pens up to 64. I believe that is double the limit increase from this version of the mod from Farm Sim 19 that gave you 32. And then up to 120 production facilities with this mod. And as with most script mods, all we have to do is activate them at the mod selection screen. And now that we have both of those activated, I can continue putting down all of the animal areas that I want, because I want to be the most barrenest of barons when it comes to farms. And not an issue at all. Boom. Now we have a whole heap ton of animal pens to keep us busy. The same can be said for our greenhouses. Now that we have added this, I can continue on populating my line of greenhouses all I want. Now, this mod does come, or these 2 mods do come with caveats. These limits, I was being a little jokingly with. These limits exist for a reason. These limits exist for a performance reason. Because if you've got 60 production facilities all grinding out content, making pallets, spawning pallets, scripts running in the background, basically keeping track of production, that is going to be consuming system resources. If you have a ton of animal areas all in close proximity to each other, with your system trying to animate all of the animals, that is going to be a drain on resources. So these limits aren't just arbitrarily there to keep us down, if you will. They're there with the eye on performance. So, just like many PC players, we have the right to completely destroy our gaming system's performance however we should so wish. So if that means that I want to put down 120 bakeries, and I want to be pumping out cakes like there's no tomorrow, and if I want to have 10 massive animal areas, all with cows, all pumping out dairy to feed those bakeries and the dairies, well, then I can. And if I have 3 frames a second to show for it, well, that's my doing and my doing alone. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and remember, when using mods like this, use them responsibly. Be careful, and if you start running into system performance problems, start backing down your animal areas, start backing down your production, and yes, maybe set things to auto sell. Will you get the maximum profit? No. But if you have 100 plus greenhouses, you're not concerned about the little bit of money loss that you're going to have, because you're going to be rolling in the dough so much like Scrooge McDuck that it's not going to matter. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of more productions possible? Available down at the Giants Mod Hub, link down in the description below, and more animal husbandries. Until next time, happy farming.